What is up, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live to talk about this upcoming UFC Vegas 18 fight card. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Let's dig right into it. Before we begin, hit the like button for me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's me a ton of y'all know. Let's dig right into it. So we have the main event: Volkov versus Overeem. This is a great fight with two legends in the game. The problem is it's the Overeem side is what I want. He's the better takedown guy, but it's the age that is what's the problem. The prime. Volkov right now is in his prime. So this is a heck of a fight with both guys basically filling it out with each other, who have great experiences in this UFC ring. Overeem, like I said, is the better takedown, who Volkov can't defend him overall is what I've seen. He can't really do that. I mean, there's a takedown defense, yes, but it's not the greatest. The problem is, though, Volkov is nasty on the feet. Where the striking's, that's where this fight's going to be. So, I like the price tag of Overeem overall compared to Volkov. If you want to go Volkov, I wouldn't blame you at all. I'm liking the price tag of Overeem. I don't mind going with the Overeem, basically the Overeem side, if you want to go with that route. So, I don't think this is a must roster fight. I know most main events are, but personally, this is not a must roster in my opinion. Going on to the co-main event, and Frankie Edgar versus Corey Sandhagen, another basically legend in the game, and Frankie Edgar. If this was Edgar basically like 10 years ago, then I would side with the Edgar side. But given his age, the way he's been fighting, I'm on Corey Sandhagen all the way. So, Edgar's a legend in the game, like I said, and Sandhagen is basically the prospect who has 15 fights, but he's still a prospect in my opinion. He's still working his way up and not even in his prime yet. So Edgar should be able to take Sandhagen down to the mat, where that's Edgar's basically path to winning this fight. But overall, I don't think Sandhagen's going to let him. I think Sandhagen, he's in his prime. He's going to outstrike him. He's going to take him out on the feet, prevent him from going to the mat, and win this bout easily. He's a core piece of mind in Corey Sandhagen. Going on to the Kappa versus Pantoja. This is an interesting fight. This is a really interesting fight, in my opinion. So, Kappa is no pushover. He's looked good in the horizon. He's a new UFC guy coming into this ring, who's a prospect who Dana White wants to see fight. Like I said, he's from Horizon. That's a different kind of fighting aspect. They wear wrestling shoes. They have ropes in the rings. He's looked good, yes, but that's the issue. How is he going to fight in the UFC? He has great wins. The resume is there, but they're not the highest class resume, though, worth of fighters. Pantoja, he's fought with the best of the best. He's fought Dustin Poirier. He's fought all sorts of guys. I mean, Davison Figueiredo. He's fought great guys and been face-to-face with them. So, I'm liking Pantoja in this fight. This is going to be a close fight, in my opinion. I like this fight for both guys. He's talented. He's super polished. Pantoja, the cardio's there. Polished fighter. Striking's there. Pantoja should win this fight. And I cannot wait to watch this fight overall. Askar versus Cody Stamann. So Stamann is coming into this fight super pumped up. The physicality is there. I like Stamann overall. There's not much to say. It's Askar who hasn't fought really guys out there at all. He's fought lower level talent. He's coming in on a short notice. I don't see him doing this fight at all, looking well at all. So give me Cody Stamann easily in this fight. I don't mind paying up for him whatsoever. There's going to be value that we can certainly go to. This is the fight that's going to be a good one. Dariush versus Ferreira. So, we've seen this fight before. This isn't the first time this guy's fought. This is the second round of their fight. So, both guys have looked good, and they both have a great ground game. That's where this fight is going to be, on the ground, on the mat. Who can come out basically on top? Ferreira, the strike game is there. But the thing is, Dariush has fought. The striking's there for Dariush also. This is the problem. Both guys are super close. We've seen this fight happen before. It's going to be a close fight. I think Ferreira outstrikes him, and I think he wins this fight based on just who he's fought. I don't think the layoff is going to be a problem with him. I'm liking the side of him easily. I know that, he hasn't fought in a minute, but I think Ferreira comes out not rusty at all and wins this fight. So, this is another fight that's going to be interesting to me. We have Clay Guida versus the man, the myth, the legend, Michael Johnson. This is a great matchup. Both guys are basically just going to go out there knocking each other out, swinging. Clay Guida, he's no pushover. Johnson knocked out Dustin Poirier, if we remember. I mean, he knocked out the best of the best. I mean, Johnson, he makes a lot of mental errors, though. There's a lot of mental errors that scare me. I think Michael Johnson, though, is going to come into this fight mentally prepared and wanting to win this fight. He's fought the greatest of the great fighters. I love Michael Johnson overall against Clay Guida. I know Guida's the energy bunny. I know he's going to be high, basically high striking, high power, high everything. But I think Michael Johnson makes the best of this fight and comes out swinging. I'm liking the Michael Johnson side. I don't mind taking a shot at Clay Guida as a GPP option because of the price tag, but I do like Michael Johnson slightly more. We have Michael Rodriguez versus Daniel Marquez. This is another good fight. I don't mind this fight at all. So Marquez is just a man fighter, though. He's a good submission overall. I think it's plain and simple. You take the Mike Rodriguez side, who should knock him out easily, knock him out cold. I think this is a plain and simple fight to go over. Give me Mike Rodriguez over Daniel Marquez. Tamir Valiev versus Martin Day. This fight was announced not too long ago. Valiev is the fighter who I want a bunch of pieces of. I like him a ton if you want to get to him other than Corey Sandhagen. If you want to flip and flop them two, I wouldn't mind that at all. Martin Day does not stand a chance. Valiev pushes the pace. He's a heck of a grappler. The pace he's gonna outpace Martin Day easily. The cardio is not there for Martin Day. Plus, he's on a losing streak. Give me Tamir Valiev easily in this fight. He should get as many takedowns as he wants, which is why I slightly like him more so than Corey Sandhagen. So, like I said, if you want to flip flop in them because of the scoring, I wouldn't blame you at all. Give me some Tamir Valiev. Molly McCann versus Percipio. So, Percipio, basically, she should win this fight. The reason why is Molly McCann. For those folks who haven't watched the UFC, Molly McCann is an overrated fighter, in my opinion. I do think that she could basically make a run for Percipio's money, but Percipio should win this fight. So, Laura is also a good fighter who is the striking is not as good as Molly McCann's, but the grappling is. The grappling's will outrank Molly McCann. She should be able to take her down. Takedown city is what I'm liking. The wrestling has been awful for Molly McCann, which I don't know why she's even trying to do the wrestling when she can't do it herself at all. I don't know what's happening with Molly McCann. She's trying to be a wrestler when she's not a wrestler, even though Laura is an all-elite wrestler. So that's why I like Laura versus Molly McCann. Yusuf Zalal versus Choi. So this is another fight I just kind of wanted to go over. Not too fast, though. It's just an okay fight to me. Zalal should win in this fight. He's a good option on this card, easily at the 9,100 price tag. I know it's a little high. So that's the only reason why, though, I don't really want to get a piece of him because the price tag's a little high. Choi has been bad in fights and getting thrown to the lions, to be honest with y'all. He's just not had a good fight history. He's being fought against the best of the best, basically, in this business. Zalal should be able to come off this loss to Poirier, who is a heck of a fighter, and win this, basically, for Zalal. This should be a good win for Zalal overall. For Choi, I don't really think Choi stands a chance. Give me Zalal in this fight. Rosa versus Edwards. So this is another female fight. We just saw Edwards fight in the last card. She'll be right back into it after coming off the win. I like Edwards overall, but I think Rosa outstrikes her and out-grapples her. So Rosa, yes, she's a slow-paced fighter, but the striking's there for her, that's why I like a piece of Cara Rosa. I think basically the resume is there for Cara Rosa. I think the striking is going to get her a ton of points. I like Cara Rosa overall. Rivera versus Osborne. So Bondair now is out of this fight. Bring in Jeremy Rivera. So this is another interesting fight that we're going to have to really dig deep. So I'll be honest with y'all, I haven't really done my research on Jerome Rivera. I've been more focused on the Bondair side. So in the Patreon, I'll get back to y'all in this fight. Last but not least, Justin James versus Devontae Smith. I have to go with my boy, Justin James. Devontae Smith is way too overpriced, in my opinion. Justin James is going to go out there swinging lights out. He's going to go out there to knock him out. The short notice does not bother me. Devontae Smith with the ACL tear with the shaking off the rust. I think the rust is still going to be there for Devontae Smith, and yes, I'm a little biased because of Justin James, but I do like Justin James overall, especially at this price tag at $7,000. I think there's a price discrepancy. I think the price is way too low. Give me Justin James as a core piece of the line. And this is my core three guys: Justin James, Kira Rosa, Tamir Balev. I love this card a ton. Again, find the link to my Patreon below where I'll discuss the rest of the fights in depth even more. And before I leave, hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It hasn't been a ton of y'all know. Have a great and safe rest of your night.